Hey y'all, don't mind my nail if y'all saying that, but anyway, I'm gonna put it back on. But my name is Tiaja, and welcome if you're new. Welcome back if you're not new. Also, as you can see, this is different for me. Before I even start, I just never told a story time on my channel before, so we're gonna see how this goes.
And I'm the baddest in the school, the baddest in the game. Excuse me, honey, but nobody's in my line.
But as you can see by the title, this is a very, very, very ghetto story time to be starting off with a story time period on this channel. But yes, I am in college, sophomore, and it got ghetto. This is about me fighting in college. It's not clickbait. This is real. It did not happen in my school though, so yeah. So before we get started, I'm gonna tell y'all the code names because obviously I'm not saying any real names. I'm not gonna name my school. I'm not gonna name the school that the fight was at or nothing. It is 8 names in the story. One person is still my friend, so I'm gonna tell y'all her real name. Her name is Nia. Let's start off with that. She's my only friend out of all these people, so it's gonna be easy for y'all to remember that. Now, I did write it down. That's why I have a pen in my hand, because at first I put it in my notes, like when I was first thinking of the names I was gonna get them, but I was like, I need to write this down so I can look at it so that, you feel me, I'm not getting confused or anything like that. So this is how I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna do it by like my friend group at the time and the people that we had the problems with, so that it's easy to remember, because I know y'all thrown off by the fact that I said it's 8 people. I already gave y'all one name, so now we got 7 more names to go. So my friend group at the time consisted of Minnie number 2, Loudmouth, and Old Friend. Okay, now the opposition is Horse. It don't got nothing to do with her appearance. It's just it doesn't have nothing to do with her appearance. If she see this shit, she would probably know why I said that. Red and Random. Oh, and Nia is on my side. So that's the names. That's what we gonna go with. Now, first semester, that started off as a friend group. Mind you, it was one other person in that friend group, but she left the school, so that's why, she's not in that story. But I will only say it was a friend group because we hung out together sometimes, and we, went to parties together. That's what it mainly was. We went to parties together. Now, every big friend group got the little cliques, so everybody had a little clique out this friend group. My clique was Old Friend, Nia, and Nia. And anybody that know me at that school know I be telling people quick, my only friends was them 2 people. Like, everybody else was cool, they was cordial, you feel me, but it was not these really my friends type junk. So yeah. Now this whole problem started out because first semester, Old Friend and Red were roommates. Okay, they were roommates. Now everybody in my little friend group had a problem with Red outside of me and Nia. I used to always say I do not care nothing about this situation. Like, it had nothing to do with me, and I also feel like it really had nothing to do with them. They had their reasons why they didn't like her, but I don't think they really had a reason to not like the girl. Now, I almost said the girl real name. Old Friend and Red, them 2 being roommates, Old Friend had a reason to, have a problem with Red. Everybody else though, child, you know how that stuff be. But anyway, they would have little problems over like the air and just stuff like that, but I think they had a real reason to be mad at each other. Like, they lived together. They knew each other prior to coming to school though. They went to the same high school together. So yeah, that's how like the problem started. It started off with them two being mad at each other, and old friend temporarily moving out. She temporarily moved out into a space that was on the fourth floor. All of us lived on the first floor, all of us. Old friend ended up temporarily moving into a space on the fourth floor. This is how we met Horse. Me and old friend met Horse because of this temporary living space. I used to come up there with her sometimes and, you know, just being there with her. I don't really know, like, exactly what happened for them to meet, but I think Horace texted old friend on some, like, trying to get to know her, I guess, because she thought old friend was coming to, like, permanently live on the fourth floor with her or whatever, because that's where Horace lived. She ended up coming into old friend's room while I was in there or whatever. She was telling me, old friend was telling me that, like, she want to come in here, get to know us, blah blah. She come in there, we talked to this girl for like 45 to an hour. Like, we chatting it up, we getting to know her, she getting to know us. She telling us she ain't got no friends for real, we telling her we ain't got no friends for real, you feel me? But this girl ended up telling us that it was a party that night at the same school this fight transpired at. But this is way before the fight, so she telling us that, you know, it's a party over there and we should go with her, yada yada, because she had a boyfriend that go there. And I think she know other people at the school, but I know for a fact she had a boyfriend that went there or whatever at the time. I don't know what's going on now, but at the time. So she ended up leaving. Fast forward to her leaving, nothing ended up happening. She never texted old friend. She never said nothing about that party. I think it was like family weekend at my school or something, because next day we ended up seeing her like walking with like her mom or something. This girl didn't say nothing. She didn't speak nothing. Like, red flag. That's red flag number 2, because red flag number 1 was her not even texting or saying nothing about the party, for one. So then, like, fast forward a few days later, we ended up seeing Horse while we were getting food. And why was she with Red? So you was up in here trying to get intel. You was never trying to be our friend for it. You thought you wanted to see if we was gonna talk about this girl. She probably sent you, for one, like, you wanted to see what we was gonna say about this girl so you could run back and tell her. That's all that was, because literally we was not that girlfriend after that. We didn't say nothing to her, she didn't say nothing to us after that. Like, that's literally what it was. And we used to always see them two together after that, and it just gave, like, you wasn't trying to be our friend, you came here for her, to lurk for her. And it also gave, like, real bad vibes, because it's like, I let you in, she let you in her living space and all of that stuff. Like, that's weird, and you didn't even want to be her friend for real. Anyways, that happens. Fast forward, little stuff will go on between Minnie and Red, like, where they seeing them in the dining hall, recording them and doing whatever they do. Little other problems would go on between them, blah. Like I said, I didn't have nothing to do with this ish. Like, I didn't have nothing to do with none of this stuff that was going on. So why I was the one that fight, stay tuned to see. Fast forward all the way up to, like, the fight transpiring. So it's me, Nia, Minnie 2, Loudmouth. Old friend was not there because she didn't go to parties and stuff with us like that. So it was all 5 of us. And then that same school that we was gonna go to that party with her is where we were. Horse, Red, and Random. Random is in the story. She was not in the story before because this girl doesn't even go to our school. That's why her name in the story is Random, because we didn't even know this girl. So boom, we at the party, we vabbing, alcohol is involved, all of that. You know how parties get if you're in college. Even if you're not in college, I'm pretty sure you see how college parties get. All of us are standing in the corner, we kicking it. They are kind of close to us. The opposition is kind of close to my friend group. Mind you, I was lit, so Mouth and Minnie starts telling us how they can see and hear, like them pointing at us, talking about us, little stuff like that, and how they think they gonna go say something. Mind you, I'm kind of tuning them out because Minnie has a problem with, like, I just feel like she always in something, like from the very beginning of the school year. Like, she just was always in something. So I'm just thinking to myself, like, is this y'all picking, or is it really what y'all saying it is, type shit? So I was ignoring them at first, but then what threw me was the boy that Horse, I'm guessing, was messing with. I don't know if that's what was going on or not, but he was with the opposition. He was with all three of them girls over there, running his mouth like a. I hear him say they not gonna do nothing or some shit along the lines of that. So now I do, see that this is not. They not pump faking. This is really what's going on, because now I hear it. And I could literally see them staring in our direction. We vibing, we listening to music. It's a party. They're standing around talking about us, worried about us. And it's weird because, like I said, this stuff is months later. This is the second semester. It's January. That stuff happened like back in September. Like, why is this stuff still going on and on and on? Like, it's weird and obsessive. You feel what I'm saying? So Minnie is like, yeah, well, I'm gonna go say something. Me being me, Minnie is Minnie in the story because she's little. Like, she's very small, like short wise. Horse is tall. She's skinny, but she's tall. Red, she's bigger than her and taller than her. Random, this girl is twice all of our size. So I'm like, oh no, me being me, like where I come from, y'all my people, so ain't nobody fighting or confronting, none of that. I'm gonna be present, to have your back. I got your back, girl. So I'm like, I'm gonna go too. But you feel me, I wasn't gonna say nothing, and I didn't say nothing. I was quiet. I was standing right there, just enough so where I can hear. I wasn't even that close. I'm standing to where so I can hear what's going on. Minnie confronts Horse, like, so what's the problem? Or, Horse is like, oh, it's no problem. It's no problem. Mind you, Red runs out the building crying. What was that about? Like, nobody even bucked up on you. Minnie didn't even buck up on Horse, so I wasn't understanding why. Random, she's standing closest to me, so she's yapping off at the mouth, and it was confusing because, like I said before, she didn't go to our school. We don't know this girl. This is our first time seeing this girl, and that's what was throwing me off. But again, I didn't say nothing. We walked away after Shawty was like, it's no problem, cause cool. But their parties usually shut down around 2 a.m. It's already like 1 a.m. at this point. Like, it's 1 something in the morning at this point. So party is basically over anyway. People are leaving anyhow. So they end up leaving. We said we was gonna leave. We get out the door. They didn't even leave. They're sitting on like the little benches that's right outside the building that we're in. They start going back and forth, Minnie and Random, like, because Minnie is still trying to get Horse to basically buck up. Like, she asking this girl, like, what's up, you want to fight? Like, and I feel like it was because it's like, okay, we off campus, we're not at our, we're on somebody's campus, but we ain't on our campus. So I felt like her mindset was like, this going on and on, you feel me? We might as well get it going. I'm not saying she right, because the girl clearly wasn't trying to fight, but Random is still yapping her mouth. So now we, like, the whole friend group, like, hold on now, like, girl, who is even you? Like, let them do what they do. You don't need to be getting in it. So all of us are basically going back and forth with all of them at this point. Now, this is an all-boys school, so some of the boys got them, some of the boys got us. So, like, they're standing in the middle of it. They're not letting nothing go down. They're actually pretty irritated with us. Like, they was going in, like, y'all need to take this somewhere else. Get, like, basically telling us we can't do this at their school. which is college. It's still a college. It's not our college, but still a college. So they're right at the end of the day. If they make the opposition leave, like all three of them left, well, they walking off. But Minnie somehow got out of their hold, and she's taking off behind these girls. We telling them like, just let us go, because at that point it's like, okay, our friend then got away, and she running behind these girls, and y'all still holding us? No, sir. No, sirski. So we like, just let us go. We gonna leave. Blah blah blah. Like, let us go, because our friend has left. Like, let us go. She gone. Y'all need to let us go. So I'm following behind Minnie. Minnie too. Loudmouth and Nia, like, we gonna go get the car type. The car is all the way down here. We going into the opposite direction of the car, me and Minnie. I'm only going with her because, again, like, it's 3 against 1. Regardless of if everybody was the same size, it's still 3 against 1, and that throws me off. I'm not doing that. So I'm following behind her. Whatever. We get to where the other girls are, and they're on the porch of the campus security. They trying to get the campus security on us. Why y'all ain't just leave? You feel me? But the campus security was not opening that door. They was banging and banging and banging. They was not opening that door anyway. So they didn't get them. They never came outside or nothing like that. But they're on the porch, like I said, and we're in the grass. Like, the distance is pretty far. Like, we're not close to them. Close enough to where if you yell, you can hear, but not regular voice speaking distance. So Minnie is like, y'all want to fight? They still going back and forth. At this point, I'm telling Minnie, like, look, they don't want to fight, because if they did, it would already happen. For one, they said it wasn't no problem. That was the first thing. Then even when everybody was bucking up outside of the door, nothing still transpired. Even though we probably nothing probably would have happened, because the boys, like I said, was in the way of it. But it still was some type of space and opportunity at some point. They don't want to fight, clearly. Like, it's been made clear. They want to yap and run their mouths. That's all they want to do. But I'm telling that to Minnie, like, come on, they don't want to fight. At this point, our friends have got the car. Like, their car and our car was literally next to each other. Like, the little space in between the cars is literally where the fight ended up happening at. Like, the cars was right by each other. They ended up pulling up right in front of them. We get to turn around, and Random is like, oh, now y'all walking away. Mind you, they didn't walked off the porch. Where I'm from, them is fighting words. What you mean now we walking away? Now we're not going anywhere, babe. So I'm like, oh no, walking towards them too at this point. Me and Minnie are like, okay, so do y'all want to fight then? Radio silence. So I'm like, at this point, they playing. Come on, let's go. She says it again. Y'all walking away. These girls are walking towards us. Me and Minnie stay put where we are, and they're walking towards us, but they end up walking past us. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I spit near her. It did not get on her. She walked past me, I spit near her. And she swung. It turned into a fight after that. All hell broke loose. She swung. And we get to hitting, because, mind you, me and Random are fighting. Red is in the car crying once again. She never wanted the problems anyway, and we know her personally, so we knew that already. Why she want to be tagging along with them, who knows? Me and her are fighting. Apparently, Horse tried to jump in, or whatever the case may be. They told me that she was pulling on me. Why did nobody swing on her for doing that? I don't know. But again, where I'm from, things are different. I don't know. You know, in college, everybody comes from different places. So, and to my understanding, none of these girls that I was hanging with even been in no fight before. So, that's probably the reason why nobody thought of that. But I ended up getting in the car. They ended up breaking it up. I'm getting in the car. But I had an epiphany, and I got back out the car, and we fight again. This time, though, stop, she got health problems. That's what this random boy is saying. Mind you, this boy apparently was friends with people in my friend group, and he's friends with them. But it seemed to me in this case, he was picking their side. And all of my friends are just, she didn't think about that when she was running at the mouth. Like, you wasn't worried about any of that before. Mind you, nobody else fought. It was only me. So that was that. Mind you, Horace was in the middle of calling the police. Like, I don't know if she had them on the phone or not, but that girl was in the middle of calling the police. Not the campus police. This girl was calling 911. So me and my friends, they telling us, y'all need to come on. Y'all need to come. We get in the car and we gone, because we're not trying to get got by the police. All of us are over the age of 18. We would have went to jail, especially being on a college campus. So we're trying to get away. We were under the impression that they were trying to press charges on us. Me being me, I'm feeling like, why am I defending people and charges is being pressed? Now I done forgot I'm on in the hood or something. Like, I lost my marbles. But like I said before, alcohol was involved. Every single baddie was under the influence, for one. Now let's fast forward to like a few weeks later. This is when I stopped being friends with everybody for real, because, well, not everybody, just more so like many too, because it just wasn't giving for real. So fast forward a few weeks later, I get this email to my phone from one of our campus security. And it's basically saying all of our names. They basically telling us, like my friend group, that we are to stay away from Horse and Red. Like I said, random no go to our school. But I'm confused, because ever since this fight, I had not seen these girls on campus. Now, they kept telling me, oh, we seen so-and-so. Like, they would tell me when they seen them on campus, but I was not seeing them. They even was telling me that random was coming to our school sometimes, and I'm just like, I don't be crossing these girls' paths. And honestly, I was glad, because I just felt like at this point I was in it for no reason. Like, the fight happened and it's over. When I fight somebody, that's what I feel in my mind, that this was over. I don't know if it's because I won or what, but it just gave, like, I'm not pressed about this no more. Maybe if I got beat up and dragged, that I would have been like, yeah, it's up still. But it wasn't up still. I didn't care. Like, why are we still talking about this? And he was saying that he needed us to come down to the security office and have this little meeting. Child, it reminded me of high school so bad. Like, why am I coming down here to have a meeting about anything? I don't be around them. I don't be doing nothing. Like, the email was signaling that we still be like harassing them or bullying them. Now, I was told that many was still provoking these girls by recording them. Like I told y'all before, she was still doing that, recording them when she see them doing little whack stuff. And like I said, there was some other boy that was friends with both friend groups that was relaying messages back and forth. Like, you're a man for one, so you're giving girl traits, because that's messy as fuck. Why you messy as a male figure? But you're going back and forth to tell who's saying what and what. When the fight is over, like I said, it's no point anymore. Like, it's over with. For real, been over with back in September. We're in January. Why are we still talking about this? Let's talk about something new. Y'all not tired? Basically, we ended up having a meeting. He said it was going to be individual, but me, Minnie, and Minnie number 2, mind you, we're the only ones that they named. Not nobody else in the friend group, just us. So he said he was gonna do an individual, but we all ended up getting down there around the same time. So he ended up taking all of us, and this is the part that just throws me off. You should have did it individually, because we get in there and Minnie number 2 not really saying nothing, because she wasn't a part of this for real either. So she wasn't really speaking on it till he was like, "You're quiet. You don't have nothing to say." And she like, "Yeah, because it ain't got nothing to do with me." And I'm like, "Girl, I felt that." But Minnie is basically the one speaking the whole time. Like, she's not letting me get a word out. She was barely letting the damn security officer speak. She ended up lying to him. Like, she was making up so many lies, and it was throwing me off. And I ended up saying out loud, you should have did it individually, because it would have went way different than that. And she brought up the fight. Mind you, he didn't say nothing about the fight. He was just speaking on the stuff that was going on campus. He didn't say nothing about the fight. So my thing was, if he didn't know about the fight, you would have got us in something. You would have got us in trouble, because why would you bring up something that he didn't ask us about? You're dry snitching. You're running your mouth when you didn't need to say nothing about that. He didn't ask us about that fight. And I guess I was triggered because it's like, I'm the one who fought and you basically throwing me under the bus. We supposed to be, we supposed to be cool. You treating me like I'm the ops, basically, by snitching. So I ended up saying that, like, he didn't even bring that up. And he was like, oh, I know about it. He was like, because I was under the impression that they pressed charges on you too. He was talking to me. And he was like, but I searched up your name and everything and I didn't find anything. He was like, so I don't think they pressed charges on you. Like, I think you're okay. And I'm like, that's good to know. He was like, but yeah, and Minnie, you're really who they was talking about. You're really who they said was like bullying and provoking them and shit. And I'm just like, But I'm just like, that girl is a liar. Like, she's a liar, and it's weird. Today, yeah, I couldn't be their friend, and that's basically my story time with me fighting. There's only like this very small clip of the video. It's not really no video like the fight. At least we don't have it. I don't know if I'm gonna insert the clip that I do have, because I feel like it's incriminating. I didn't name no names, I didn't name no schools or nothing, so I feel like me doing that is just giving like. And I was really hesitant to post this anyway, because I still go here, so it's just like, I don't want, every time I see these story times, they don't be going to the school no more. Like, it be after graduation or after a transfer or something, but they don't be going there no more. And I feel like it's just so they don't get in trouble for it if anybody was to find it. I hope I don't get in trouble for it. I'm gonna update y'all if I do, but I don't see why we get in trouble. I didn't name no names. Don't nobody even know what school I go to for real, unless you really paying attention to my stuff. But we are going to see if I do. But that's that. I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope I covered everything. I hope this wasn't confusing with all the characters. Y'all can tell me y'all feedback. Y'all can tell me what y'all think. Keep it cute. And yeah, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend. If y'all like this story time, I'm gonna come back with some more, all of that, because my life growing up was a movie. So if y'all want me to tell some more story times, I will. But until then,
oh shit. Yeah, you beat the